Yeah, please shoot me in the head if that's how I sound.
Yeah. You don't like the sound of your own voice?
I don't really think about it when I'm talking, but then on like a video or something, you're like,
ugh.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought I sounded like.
It does take a
I
minute to
realized
get
I
used
sounded like a lesbian.
I sound like a butch lesbian.
You need to watch some more Seinfeld. Fucking George when he gets the audio tape, and it just sounds like him fucking reading the book.
Audio, not the voicemail.
No, he doesn't want to read books because it sounds like he doesn't want to read it to himself.
Yeah.
It sounds like his voice, so he gets an audio tape, and the guy in the audio tape sounds exactly fucking like him.
Really?
He's like, I can't fucking do this.
I can't watch this shit. I can't listen to this. That's funny. I tried watching a couple episodes of Seinfeld. It's all right.
Oh.
It's not bad.
Every day I could snap you like 12 fucking things.
Yeah, it's the GOAT, brother.
Yeah, it's all right.
Anytime I'm low on gas or fucking like anything happens,
I also haven't like
I get
sat.
a Seinfeld reference.
I also haven't like sat down and watched the show. Like I've seen episodes every now and then, and
It's the top spot.
It's also different when you like grow up with it, though.
Sure.
I feel no one's sitting down to like watch King of Queens, but like, you know what, this is a great show. Like when you grow up with it,
I
sure,
grew up
but
with that
like.
one, yeah.
Not
King of Queens
going
is a
back
good
out of
sitcom.
right. But I would never tell someone to go out of their way to go watch that.
I love that pilot episode where he's driving the forklift. Like, do you know how to drive this thing? He's like, yeah. Just fucking shit up.
For a dude not from Queens, he does pull it off pretty good as like being
Oh, he's not from Queens?
No.
That's a little upsetting.
Yeah, I think he's from Florida.
Oh.
That's funny.
But no, I
His
loved his wife. Oh. That's how me and Thomas like became friends, was talking about that lady.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't even remember what she looks like.
Leah Remini.
Leah Remini? I'll look her up.
She got too much like plastic surgery done, I think. She got kind of that like cat face now.
So,
Not in a good way.
not in a good way. Some good cats out there.
Nice feline features like Cleopatra.
Mm.
That's one thing.
Do you hear that?
What?
Yes.
What is that? That was fucked up.
Woo!
That was weird.
Panic
And we're
attack.
back.
And we're back.
Give
That
another
was
clap.
That was edited. It's fucked up.
Do anything we want.
I went down a rabbit hole this morning.
What'd you find?
Did you know there's a type of there's a group of people in the plus size community that think
Fats.
they should get up to 3 plane seats for free.
Yeah.
2 extra plane seats. Watch this video. It's fucked up.
Could have put it on there.
Do you want to?
Then you better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change. Let's just state facts. Plus-size travelers need more space. And many people agree that plane seats are too small, even for the average-sized person. As a plus-size traveler myself, I know how
She's enormous.
and unsafe it can be to squeeze into a tiny airplane seat. We are not asking for special treatment or luxury accommodations. We simply want enough space to travel comfortably and safely without fear of being discriminated against because of our size.
Bro, she's at one point I have another video. She starts talking about how like the aisles are too big or the aisles are too narrow. The bathrooms are too small, and it's like, so you want them to
You built a bigger plane.
build an enormous plane. Like a plane with double wide fucking aisles, full ass bathrooms you can walk into.
A plane that looks like a Walmart.
Yeah.
Listen, she's flying Spirit Airlines.
Well, that's the
I'm
other thing.
sure.
That's the other thing. If you buy a first class seat, you're probably going to get a lot of
Yeah,
room.
you get a larger seat. You don't have fucking share between 3. It's share between 2. So you get a seat and a half. If you fucking pay for it, and you get the bathroom right there, which I'm sure is a bigger bathroom.
Yeah.
I've never.
And I'm
Bro.
sure they're going to need diarrhea.
Oh, just
Yeah.
you pounded 8 McDonald's McDoubles
I assume
before
you had
getting on the
Cinnabon.
plane.
You're flying. You were in the airport. I assume you've been eating garbage.
You grabbed a Cinnabon. You're at the
Listen, you don't know how to grab one anything. You grabbed 2 Cinnabons.
You're at
You
the
went back for a third.
you were at the Chili's Cafe for 2 hours. You got on the plane. You're fucking that bathroom.
You have an
up.
absolute concoction.
But
sitting in your
imagine
stomach.
imagine flying to like
Imagine
Hawaii
saying, let's say
or-
facts, and then being like, we're not asking for anything
Yeah.
special. Like, literally, you are.
you're asking them to build a bigger plane. Like if you spend $1,000 a ticket, you want Spirit to comp $2,000 worth of seats.
I
So
love
you
the-
could sit triple seat. Can you imagine being that big? You need triple seats.
Yeah, dude comes to my house every so often.
Is that even like legal? Like for like the fucking flights? Like, can you just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna buckle in between like these fucking 3 seats?
That's the thing. Yeah, like how many extenders?
Well, bro,
do you-
like strongmen, when they fly, they're not like, I'm part of the plus size community. Can
just
I,
a big dude.
fucking Eddie Hall comes in and he sits down
between like 2 people, yeah.
and his entire arm is in their seat.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it sucks for those 2 guys more as much as it sucks for him, but he's not there like
Yeah.
expecting anything. He's like, if I didn't want this, I'd have paid for a first class ticket. I don't got it like that right now, maybe. I don't know.
And the gall that my bag has to be underweight.
Yeah, meanwhile.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that person can walk on and he's 15 times my bag.
I hate the refusing to understand, though. It's like, I get being pissed off. Everyone's pissed off at the
Yeah.
airport. But, like, you think that it's, I don't, like, so the airline's not going to lose money on this deal. Like,
Yeah.
you getting 3 tickets for free, everything's going to go full steam ahead. Like, nothing else will suffer because
the airline that was already hurting from the fucking pandemic and
Yeah.
everything, it's barely
Now
getting
has to
and
shit
wasn't the
together.
best to begin with.
Right.
And now it's to comp 2 seats because you can't fit in one. Ugh.
That's the thing. Like, where do you draw that line, though? It's like,
We're gonna get you a
we're gonna
C-130.
measure you, or it's like, cool, you qualify for the free 2 seats, ma'am.
No, here's what Delta should do. Much like,
How do you justify it, though, to skinny people, where it's like, so where are my 2 free seats for not being fucking
Like,
huge?
Yeah.
But like, they're
Where's my
putting their
discount?
feet up and shit. Like, can I put my feet up? Like, what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on?
no, what they should do is there should be
The lady should be executed.
I'm just lengthy.
there
as
should be a
fuck.
system where when you walk in and you weigh your bag, you walk in and you weigh yourself. If you're
Just
over
weigh yourself with your bag.
if you're over a certain weight
Yeah,
limit, or
facts.
if you're too big, much like getting on a roller coaster, you have to sit in the seat to try it out to see if you fit and whatnot. If you don't fit in the seat, that you just get herded onto a C-130 where you're shackled down against the wall, and then that big boat of a plane takes off with just a bunch of obese people on it, and then
It flies
pick you up
straight
in
into
a
the
forklift.
fucking ground. They realized it wasn't a real plane.
pull up.
The whole thing was made of paper mache. Never was going to get off the ground.
Much like the World's Fair.
Thank you.
It's fucked up. No.
No,
that's-
we'll be back with another Tartar episode.
Yo, I've been okay. Did you know Ross?
Tartaria.
You know the store Ross Home Goods?
Yeah.
Those places?
Familiar.
You're aware. Yeah, you've been in them.
Ross dress for less.
You know they sell vintage globes?
I
And
don't
did you know
vintage?
Yeah.
they sell I'm sorry, I'll rephrase that. They sell vintage printed globes. Like where it's printed with an old vintage map.
Okay.
And someone goes into Ross or Home Goods and they find this globe and they start going. And right in the middle of Russia, Mongolia, right there, Tartaria.
Bro, that's what they
On
that's
this-
what it's not that's not up for that's legit. That's part of the thing. Russia used to be Tartar or Tartaria.
Tartar sauce.
Tartar.
And that's where that comes from.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. That
Dude,
makes a
I
lot of
saw
sense.
another picture. It wasn't a picture. I don't know if it was a picture or if it was a drawing. I can't remember what it was, but it was them excavating the Capitol building or the White House.
Well, bro, they have those weird, I forget what they call them, but they're like half a picture. And then because it took so long for the shit to develop, some of them aren't full pictures. So they're like half picture, and then they drew in the other half. Or like some of those weird World Fair pictures.
Mm.
Is that what
Yeah.
you mean?
Maybe. Probably.
Because those things are weird.
Shit's fucked up. There was another thing. I can't remember what it was.
That
Oh,
CIA
some-
document you sent me?
What's up?
That CIA document you sent me?
Yeah, which one was that? What was
Where-
that about?
It was where it just fully discloses how like there was the plan to like remove Tartaria from history. Like,
That's what it was.
no
Yeah.
longer refer to it as that. Like moving forward, it's gonna be and just sweep it under.
Which
the
is
rug.
funny because a lot of those, I haven't looked too much into it, but a lot of those people are like, yeah, any of the history before like 200 AD or some shit, it's all bullshit. Or like 700 AD. Like right after Rome, apparently it's all bullshit or something, is what they're claiming.
Who's they?
The
Us.
Tartar me, motherfucker. The Tartarian
I.
people. No, apparently it's all rewritten and bullshit and blah, 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 blah. I read another thing, that the entire public school system was made by the Rockefellers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can pay for it.
No, the free public school system.
Like,
Yeah.
got enough money to influence that.
Isn't that
shit.
crazy?
But it's like, why would that be the thing? These people aren't like benevolent. They're not like, I'm gonna make sure.
Well,
that
it was because it was free. Everybody would then send their kids to this free public school. It's awesome. While the rich send their kids to the private schools, obviously.
elite.
But everybody sends their kids to these public schools, and what does it do? It teaches them to be complicit.
Yeah, this fucking
compliant,
indoctrination
follow the rules,
center.
Follow the rules. You get yourself a good job, career day, do this, blah, blah,
Part of the
blah.
system.
Work under this
Matrix.
dude. They're just making ants. It's fucking crazy.
Worker bees.
And it worked.
And it
Big
worked.
time.
It worked very well.
They put
And then
fucking fluoride in the water, made everyone.
Oh, that's what it was. So they put fluoride in the water. They add.
I'm up to date on
So
fluoride.
listen to this, man. They put fluoride in the water. How about that video of the plane that I sent you with the chemtrails?
Oh yeah,
Bro, someone took a video of a plane inside of a plane.
like in the hangar part,
The
or
thing
like
goes
people jump
down.
out.
You don't like the part where we're
Wait. Slow down. A plane inside of a plane.
no. Someone took
Nah.
this dude was in the plane and he took a video.
Okay.
He wasn't on the ground taking a video of a plane.
Okay.
Like
And
as if
there's-
you're about to jump out with a parachute,
and
like
there's
that
these-
part of a plane. He's
There's
back there.
There's these nozzles coming out the back of the plane going, and they're misting.
Like
the
instead of the
entire-
ramp being fully open where they're gonna go jump off it, the ramp's like cracked and they just have like 3 hoses popped out of it.
and they're just spraying. It's fucked up. But apparently they do that. They put shit in the food. They put shit in the water. They do all this shit because that. And then even Christian's cardiologist was talking about this with the vaping. He goes, yeah, they just tested all that stuff. They're filled with heavy metals. They fill your body with like heavy metals, and that's what all the shit they put in the food, the water, and like they say, the chemtrails do that too. But that's so that your heavy metals are all like in your body, and then your body acts like a receiver and picks up the 5G
Damn.
because all of those heavy metals are in your body.
The fluoride, I know they were saying it gets put in there on
And they're
top of
fucked up.
like calcifying the pineal gland. It also was doing something akin to that where it's like your body's constantly going to be fighting against it now. So now you've like put your body into this state where it's like constantly combating a thing that you're like putting in it daily, you know?
Yeah.
So it just becomes this,
Worn out.
yeah, it just becomes like regular. Like, all right, like, I mean, it's going to keep trying to clean the fluoride up, but it's going to keep missing it the more and more you put it in. So there's still going to be like the things that get through the crack, and then all of a sudden you ain't got no more creative ideas.
Then all of a sudden you're a complicit. Well, I guess I'll go back to work.
You sound, turn that YouTube, you sound crazy.
You sound insane right now. And that's what we're going to turn into.
Except we're going to be broadcasting from a mountaintop.
Is that wild? With the heavy metals? So that water you're drinking right now makes you susceptible to 5G.
They've
Nah,
had the
bro, I got
5G
the
plan since the 80s.
Purified water.
Yeah,
All
you
that
need that
shit.
purified.
I'm about to install a fucking filter on the
You need that
this
reverse
kitchen sink.
osmosis.
Oh, dude, we have
Yeah, exactly.
garbage fucking water here. You
Yeah.
need it. It's horrible.
I'm about to get exactly that
Yeah.
reverse osmosis.
Because that takes everything.
Osmosis Jones.
Because that takes everything out of the water. Great movie.
movie.
Tremendous movie.
Got it on
there.
VHS if you want to borrow it anytime. Bill Murray.
Chris Rock.
Bill Murray just gross.
So
Just
fucking
A
disgusting.
disgusting person.
I love Bill Murray in roles he
zookeeper.
doesn't need to be, like him in Zombieland. Just like, I'll come through for 5
Shits and
minutes.
gigs,
Yeah.
Like Tuesday? Yeah, I got nothing going on
Do you
Tuesday.
think they wrote him any lines? Or they were like, Bill, we got a rough script for you. Just come on in. Fuck around.
Yeah,
riff.
if you'd be willing to do it, you could do whatever you want.
Just
All right.
riff. Can I riff as the leader?
Oh, Woody's going to be, all right, yeah.
Well, I love Woody.
Woody's good time. We'll smoke weed.
Me and Woody will smoke weed.
Get ripped.
We'll fuck around.
Woody's always got the best weed.
You think they get fucked up on set? Probably. You'd have to.
Bill
No.
Mur- but I think Bill Murray's from
Oh.
the era where you did, and there wasn't like an option about it. Like it was without saying. Maybe people now, there's too much like weirdness
I'm an
about
artist.
things.
I'm an artist. I have to fully
I think
engulf myself in this character.
Yeah, I think back in the day, because that's why him and Chevy Chase were not friends. I think was because like they had Belushi as their mutual friend, and the only times they ever really ran into each other was like drunk at parties, man. Like, what the fuck are you like?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah. So I think everyone was just kind of fucked up back then on like coke and booze, and
When they were making Blues Brothers, they had a cocaine budget.
that's what I'm saying.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to think about?
Comedians in the 80s could be paid in cash or coke.
Really?
Yeah, Rogan talks about that in Boston. People being like, cash, coke, you want half and half? And he's like, just the cash.
Just the cash.
Cash will be fine.
Cash will be good. Thank you. That's crazy.
If you take the
Did you ever
coke,
do
you can
coke?
flip it.
I don't think I would do coke, but I might do coke.
But
like,
there's a fine line if someone goes, well, this is good coke.
yeah,
If someone says that, are you doing coke?
possibly.
I'd probably
Depends
do
on
it.
the situation. Have you seen the?
This is good coke.
Did you see Matthew McConaughey with his fucking little viral or is like a speech talk bullshit? He like had a web seminar and for like 5.5 hours was just coked out of his fucking mind. Just
Doing this.
being
like, all right.
McConaughey talking
man.
into the fucking camera.
What
man.
sad fuck paid whatever ungodly number for a Matthew McConaughey webinar about what? Who knows?
What was he
But-
talking about?
Just like how to control your life.
Yeah,
or like,
fuck off.
You gotta control, man. You gotta get in your. You just gotta get in that head.
You gotta have.
yes, 1,000% yes.
You gotta get in that head. You know what I mean? You gotta. Come on. You gotta.
It's scary, honestly.
You gotta ride the wave.
You gotta ride the wave, man. You gotta surf the wave. You just gotta do what the universe tells you.
Gotta ride the world.
You gotta do what the universe tells you, man. Come on now.
Nah, fuck that.
I love him. I love him.
You like McConaughey?
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's growing on. I used to
He's
fucking hate
fant-
McConaughey.
But let's think. You gotta learn, like, this guy's a fucking douche and a half. But,
Oh,
like,
just a piece of
he's a
shit.
great douche and a half for, like, in that role.
Yeah.
I guess I hate more the people paying for that. Like, do you think you're gonna like look like Matthew McConaughey when the webinar's over? No, you're still gonna be a fucking schlep who like isn't gonna be able to implement anything this rich cokehead just said. Like, the dude could literally commit like a hate crime, and then he'd be like, "Now, yo," and
Come on, y'all.
2 seconds later, he'd be like
Come on,
signing a baby's forehead. Nothing.
Taking
no
off
one would
his
give a
shirt.
shit.
Come
Yeah.
on, y'all. I'm just gonna change shirts mid.
Yo, mind if I work
mid-sentence
out?
right here?
Do a couple push-ups.
Little body weight exercise. It's good
come
for just fucking.
I'm gonna show you guys.
Shithead.
Something. I'm gonna show you guys something.
Y'all remember Ridgemont High? Pasta.
Come on now.
So if McConaughey came up to me and had some cocaine, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do coke with McConaughey. Why wouldn't you? I'd regret it probably afterwards, but
Oh my God, I could just downward spiral from there.
it
I
probably
I
wouldn't
just
be- end
can't
well.
keep up with him at all.
no, I'd try it.
It's like if Miles Davis offered me heroin.
It's like if Kurt Cobain came up and said, "Man, you want to try some heroin?"
It's good heroin.
It's good.
It's pure. It's
Say,
pure.
shoot,
Got a clean spoon and everything.
rape me.
Don't say.
No, it's crazy.
Josh was listening to that Freddie Gibbs, was it Alfredo album?
Great album,
It is a great album.
tremendous.
But I like,
Everything the alchemist touches turns to gold.
I like that album on Painkillers. The whole time I was listening to it, and while at work, I was like, I'm gonna fucking. This is like when you listen to Pink Floyd and you can feel
Yeah.
your body get like acidy. It was playing that music. I was like, I'm about to fall fucking asleep right now. I'm like, I can feel my heart rate slowing.
I remember smoking weed. I remember
That's how you
smoking weed
die.
for the first time and going to listen to Pink Floyd, being like, "Oh, I get it now. This is," and then freaking out, going like, "This is intense, too high." I remember those days, getting too high.
On weed?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're not. We're now you're in the basement tweaking.
No, Pink Floyd was
You ever get like
acid
that?
for me.
Back in the day.
Yeah. What do you say?
Said Pink Floyd was acid for me.
Yeah.
Just being like, I'll listen to Pink Floyd, and then being like, what have I done?
I took it first time I took mushrooms. I was listening to. You ever listen to "Song Remains the Same" when Zeppelin played in the Garden, like '76? No, live. It was really good. But
I don't want
They
to
d-
listen to live anything.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, they fucking.
Some shit's good.
Yeah, maybe. Anything I've ever heard, it's just been like, why am I listening to these people fucking clapping? You know,
Are you listening to like?
that's
are you
a
listening?
weird version
Are you
of
listening?
it, but yes.
Are you listening to like rap live? Because rap live is shit.
I mean, like anytime my mom has ever heard like
Oh,
one of her songs where it's like if we're listening to the radio and she's like, "Oh, it's the fucking live version." Like I don't know. It always just seems like you're just hearing people clap and woo, and now there's
Live
a dude
concerts.
like with a preamble in front of the song. Where he's like,
couple
"I got a little
Sinatra
story I want to
songs
tell
like that.
Yeah.
before we get down to this next one." Like fuck off.
Some live albums are my favorite. Like the whole artist's work, I swear to you. But I remember watching that shit and just
Swear to me.
I swear to you. It's fucking good, man. You gotta try it.
I'm God.
I'll take acid right now.
Yeah. Just drooling watching this shit.
Yeah.
Just freaking out. That was great.
Hendrix Little Wing gets me.
Little Wing? Yeah, that's a good one.
Little Wing it's not the regular version though. There's like a longer version. I don't know if that's a live one or if
It's
it's
gotta be live, yeah.
because he does like a longer solo. But I found some YouTube video where it's that solo and then it's like just cool pictures of him being played, and that one I'll like fucking cry on acid.
His live shit's his live shit's crazy because like he records the records and it all sounds like the song, and then every single live version of the song is extended and like an extra 20 minutes, but it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then like you'll hear interviews with him and he's like, do you know how to read music? Do you know like the difference between this? And he's like, nah, man, I just go up there, I mess around, I make some new stuff.
No, he
and,
just
you know.
like walked around with a fucking guitar for
Yeah.
like the first 10 years of life.
He said when he
just,
he said when he was a kid, he like got his guitar and it didn't have like half the strings or some shit. But to tune it, he would go to a guitar store and he'd pluck the string and he'd go, got it, and he'd run home and he'd tune that string and then he'd run back to the store and go bink and he'd go, all right, A, and he'd run home and he'd tune that one.
Jesus.
It's like, you imagine just being that poor and fucking bored that's what you're doing.
yeah, I mean,
Or some of these like blues guys, it's like they get it. It's like, yeah, I learned on acoustic. My dad bought me an acoustic guitar with one string, and he's just a phenomenal player. And it's like, holy fuck.
it's like those dudes in the hood that got given like,
He's a MIDI.
I was gonna say they got like a fucking MPC back in the day, and it just like people who said fuck school in every direction, and they were like, yeah, I read the manual front to back, like
Over and over again.
and like I messed with everything. I tried every setting, like so. I have like all my notes on it now. Like I'm ready to have people over and like start cranking at people, but like I don't know. You just gotta find someone's fucking.
Well, that's the other thing too,
thing.
because like I fuck with your MIDI thing, and I try to get it to work with like GarageBand or fucking the other one. What is it? Fruity Loops or whatever the fuck it was. And like shit never lines up the way I want it to. Shit never fucking works. And I think it literally is like you have to read that manual from front to back and sit there all fucking day and like take notes and try every
Which is
fucking
fine
setting.
if that's the expectation when you're buying like a full MPC or something, but that thing's entire sales pitch is like it's plug and play.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Which is gay.
the
It's
disconnect
fucking
there.
stupid. Yeah.
That thing's entire thing is supposed to be like it's cheap and easy.
Drag the beat onto the pad.
Yeah.
Cool. Now hit the button. Makes the sound. Cool. Octave down.
Because I thought I would just get that rather than buy the full fucking thing, which I was close to do. I'm glad.
Oh,
I
the
didn't.
MIDI or the MPC
A
thing?
nice Akai MPC.
Yeah, they're like $700.
Yeah.
Great. We don't need it.
Yeah, no.
We're buying the second version of this before we do anything.
Why?
So
You
that
didn't even fill out all the buttons yet.
we don't have to do this. We didn't know that we could do this. We're getting more buttons, people.
Is it
Feeling
only
good.
the 2 pages, or do you think if we
pages.
fill up the second one, they'll give us a third?
It's 2 pages, but I would never need more than
I
16
mean-
buttons.
How do you think you're gonna hit
Never
the
say
second
never.
page of buttons like conveniently though?
It's quick.
I'm gonna have it
It's
fucking
not quick.
on the
You
ready.
fucking-
Boom.
It's like a grease lightning. Look at this guy.
It's 3 minutes later.
I wish we still had that original intro music.
I'm so glad you fucked it up.
I wish we had that Jedi shit still. Yeah.
That one was good. I heard some fucked up shit. The villains in Black Panther movies wear blue. You wanna know why?
Why do
I'm
you?
sure.
What does this article
I'm
say?
sure.
Why is it?
This
I
one?
don't know. Let's hear it.
The villains in Black Panther movies wear blue because blue represents the police.
Who again? Who says this?
I don't know. There was in interviews of like with the director and shit.
First of all, that's such like picking
crazy.
and choosing where it's like this isn't the 70s. Like movies aren't made with especially not Marvel movies. Movies aren't made with like coded fucking
No.
this is commentary on this. Like the thing to do nowadays is yell into a can. There's no subtlety or fucking misdirect. So to act like, yeah, we picked out blue because it was versus the police. Like, all right, I'll go through the rest of the movie. And was this versus China when you fought a guy wearing red? You didn't want the Chinese doll? Well, no, fuck off.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy that someone thinks so fucking highly of themselves to think that they could get away with saying something stupid like that. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden symbolism in here. The same people that do that, and then we go talk about the symbolism in like Freemasonry shit, and they call us crazy. It's like you literally did it
You just did
for
that.
a fucking superhero movie. You don't think people spanning thousands of years would do it?
Bro, we used to have to do that.
Dumb fuck.
We used to have to do that in film school. They would make
Bite
us.
your fucking nose off.
Jesus Christ.
They would make us break down these movies in school and it'd be like, what do you think the meaning was behind this, and this? And like, how does that message how does that message go from the beginning to the middle to the end? And how does that carry through the whole film? And it's like, I don't think the writer or director intended this to be like this at all. Like, I think he was I think he just.
And sometimes the English teacher has like a right answer in mind, and it's like, you didn't write the fucking book, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is an exercise in like, what do you think he was
Yeah.
going for? Like, there's not a right answer. Did the writer come out with the right answer? No. So what the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's so.
Marking points off. I'll slit every goddamn throat.
It was so crazy. Yeah, because like we'd sit there and we would like decipher all these films and like 15 people in the class, 10 of them would have a different thing where it was like, no, it means this, it means this, it means this. And then the teacher would grade everybody. We would all talk about it. And then he would never give the answers to what like, because nobody knows.
There's no answer.
There's no answer to it.
Could you imagine being a writer though, and then just like sitting in on that class and being like, "Sure, you're all right, I guess." I mean, if that's how you want to interpret it, sure. Like, I just want to tell a story about like Harry Potter. Like,
I'm glad you all thought it was thought provoking.
There is some shit where it's like, okay, he obviously did this because this ties into this.
sure,
and this
definitely.
does this. And
There's
it's
like,
like,
difference
yes,
between like foreshadowing and shit and different stuff like that.
obviously.
And like comics in the 80s, most stories are like a vehicle for like Cold War. So like I get it. Like there's shit that is representative of like, we're not going to fight Russia. We're going to fight this agency who's acting like how Russia's acting.
Who sounds like a Russian.
Yeah. So like,
I love that shit. It's so funny.
We're not fighting Russia. We're fighting the
Russia.
We're fighting the SFVB.
Markovia,
Yeah.
DC's like basically Russia.
Markovia.
Markovia. Geoforce.
Geoforce.
You're Markovia's greatest superhero.
Oh my god, so fucking ugly.
That's
Tara.
Who's Marvel's Russia?
Russia.
Who's Russia?
Doctor Doom lives in Latveria, which is like Eastern European, but it's not Russia. Marvel's like
Hail Hydra.
very real world. DC's got like Metropolis, Gotham, like
Yeah.
they make places up.
Which I appreciate.
I like the
I was talking with someone.
the mysticism to it.
It's funny how people nowadays associate DC with being like gritty because of the movies, where it's like comic book wise, like Marvel's always the one that's like, no one's perfect. Like everyone goes home. Like Spider-Man's perfect, but then Peter Parker isn't. Like there's always the double like layers to it. Like DC's the one that everyone's like larger than life, and it's like damn near a god. Like it's weird that it's flipped because of the movies. Because now like Marvel's like jokey, and DC's all dark.
I don't like it.
Does DC have any good movies coming out?
No.
I mean, define good.
Oh, I don't think
nothing
that
coming
Flash
out, right?
came out yet.
Really?
I mean, it might have, but I don't think it did. I could be
don't know.
wrong.
I saw like one ad for
We're gonna
it.
restart the universe.
No,
But not all the way, because
fucking
we're
rapist.
ballless.
Interesting.
Yeah, it sucks.
What DC movies are coming out?
That dude at the museum said Blue Beetle was coming out. I think they might have announced it at the end of Black Adam or something. Which would make sense if they're over there in Egypt.
I watched
Black
Black Adam,
Adam.
and they might have because I don't remember. I didn't remember anything of that shit. I was like, or I didn't recognize anything of that. I was like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Is that one free on HBO?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
it's all right.
Been meaning to.
I just want to see
but
Dr. Fate. I don't really care about the movie.
Yeah.
Black Adam's cool, but like it's The Rock, so it's not going to like register a ton.
He's like controlled by a kid and his mom the whole time.
That's also the trailers I saw enough of where I'm like, I feel like I understand like what the movie is,
Yeah.
I just want to see Hawkman's black, which
Take it or leave it.
yeah, like they could still pull it off. The weird
My
thing is though,
Hawkman's
Hawkman
white.
is like.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about Hawkman. Not to be a dick.
I do give a fuck about Hawkman. The thing about Hawkman is though he's like a known conservative, and I was like, I can't imagine like 2022 movie Hollywood being like, we'll make a black conservative. Like he's like, I don't. Him and Green Lantern like lean, and Superman
black
lean one
conservative.
way, Batman,
Kanye.
Wonder Woman lean another way, and Green Arrow like that's the classic setup.
They made Hawkwoman black. I'd be.
Did you
upset.
watch Black Adam?
Well, yeah, Hawkwoman is a bigger get for you. Yeah.
I did not watch. I've seen like bits and pieces against my will when I was trying not to watch it, and I was just in a place when it was playing.
See, Hawk Girl though is like a good version of when they do that. Like, all right, we need more girls and stuff. Let's
She
not
was
make up a
fantastic. I
character.
loved her.
Let's just get the girl version of this character. Like, swapped in. They bumped up her not origin story, but like caliber of like role she played in the origin story. They bumped that up to fit more. Like, DC animated series does everything the best. It's crazy.
What's the thing? Like their animated series is fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I have like no notes.
Like the
until-
Justice League one?
Yeah. Justice League Unlimited, Batman
Marvel's was good
animated
in the
series.
'90s too.
Yeah, they had Spider-Man and X-Men.
But,
The other ones.
But
seemed okay.
Transformers.
Is neither Marvel.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Good stuff.
Marvel had the comic book rights, but it's not their thing. It's Hasbro's.
Yeah, I would say Hasbro.
Hasbro has them, Ninja Turtles. They have like their own little universe right now. In
They don't have GI Joe, do they?
they did.
Who
but
owns
I believe they
Hasbro?
still do. Nickelodeon might, because Nickelodeon owns Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And Nickelodeon's owned by Viacom. And Viacom's owned by,
Probably Disney,
or maybe Viacom's just its own thing.
Rockefeller.
or probably
I don't know.
Fox.
I think it might be its own thing.
I think it is to some extent, but I also can't imagine it doesn't have like some degree of like.
It's crazy how you can just go up that
Yeah,
fucking
that's
ladder right quick though and be like, and they're owned by, and they're owned by, and they're owned by, and they're owned by.
And who are they owned by? Cool. And who are they owned by? Nice.
Ninja
All right.
Turtles 1% owned by Carmelo Anthony.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
It's really cool. That's such a level of wealth that like
Say that again?
Carmelo Anthony, like, so in Ninja Turtle comics in the Indicia, it'll say like owned by Nickelodeon. So other things have that. Ninja Turtles has owned by Nickelodeon and Carmelo Anthony. Like,
Really?
yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
That's funny.
Just have like every single comic book saved up so you can like show your kids and like their kids. Be
Yeah.
like, you see that? I own
That's
it.
ultimate clout. Yeah.
It's my fucking name on that shit.
Yeah, I really was into Ninja
Forget
Turtles.
the jerseys.
Some people do that when they get rich. They like go buy all the memorabilia and stuff. He's like, yeah, I'll do that. And also, why don't you get me a meeting with Nickelodeon? Like,
First and foremost,
I'm looking to buy Ninja Turtle.
where are we at on that? Can I get one of the turtles?
not for
I wonder if
sale.
they do that. That
That
would
would
be
be
funny.
wild. Like I want 25%. I
Yeah.
want one of the turtles.
Carmelo Anthony owns Leonardo.
Wow, big get.
Big get.
That might be more than 25%.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you get Donnie for 25. I love playing with Donatello in the video game, so I always have a soft spot for him. Where I really can't pick any turtle over the other now, because they all have something going for them. He would have been the odd one out.
I don't remember the video game.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't think I played the video game. Maybe a
Shell
little bit.
shocked.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe I rented it.
Nimrod.
Nimrod.
Imrod.
Just spam the same move. They say the same thing.
Back when fucking you'd share the same screen with everybody, you're just like fighting, like, let's go left. And it's like, no, let's go right.
Oh
fucking.
my god,
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that shit. Yeah.
Oh, get on the same fucking page, assholes.
Because then you get like fucked up by an enemy that's off screen.
right
'cause someone
off
else
as him
doesn't let the
getting hit.
screen keep going. You're like, I can't fucking.
You know who did it the best? Those Lego Star Wars games.
Fantastic game.
When you would split up, like you'd be on the same screen and then you would split up and the game would like it would go into split screen. But then if you shifted, the split
Yeah, like
screens
top
would
or
like
bottom
shift. They
or-
would like
yeah.
move. It was like a dynamic split screen.
I never played those games really.
They were good.
It was really pretty now that you actually bring that up and I think about it.
The
Like,
new one
it's-
didn't have it. It was shit.
That's upsetting.
Dude, the newest one had split. It had split screen, but not horizontal. It was vertical. So you were playing the game like this.
Why?
It was fucking dumb. It was the dumbest shit they've ever fucking done. I bought the game so that me and Christian could play co-op, which the game is tremendous. Like, it's an open world,
Great game.
fucking Lego Star Wars game. But yeah,
Someone got everything, or
yeah, it's everything. Yeah, but you're fucking playing like this. It's dumb. You can't do puzzles and shit. And then if you're together, it doesn't merge them together.
Oh, the fuck.
Yeah, it just like we could be walking next to each other and we'll still be split screen.
you say you've never played those games?
Here and there, but I never was super into them. I think the only one I ever bought was the Marvel one.
So I never was like really into them, but like my little sister liked
I played
them,
the
so
Star
I'd play
Wars
with
ones.
them. No, the Star Wars ones. But I just thought it was so fucking beautiful how they could tell the whole story without saying a single goddamn word.
It's crazy. It's insane.
That's
Yeah.
Samurai Jack stuff.
Yeah, like you honestly,
100% visual, yeah.
If you didn't watch Star Wars and you just played the game, you'd be like, "Oh no, this all makes sense." Like
Christian-
I get it.
Christian didn't watch Star Wars, and we played through, I think, the original trilogy, and then we were like, all right, this split screen is dumb. We can't fucking play this anymore. But we played through like the original trilogy, and I'm like, do you know how the story goes? She goes, yeah, this dude does this, he does this, he does this. They blow up this thing, and then the second movie they do this, and this, and they do this, and this. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. They had like little funny bits and shit, like they'll twist something, but I'm like, great, we're gonna watch a movie now, and you're gonna think it's boring as shit,
You're gonna know all the twists and turns.
which they are. They're old movies.
When I remember
Great movies.
Phantom Menace, it's not the best movie.
I rented that one. I remember that.
Yeah.
I waited in for Redbox. I had it on my Redbox list, and I kept moving it up because I fucking wanted to watch it.
How long is Redbox?
Is it
been around?
Netflix or Redbox?
Netflix. I'm sorry. When Netflix mailed you movies.
Because people will shit on that movie, and rightfully so, but I do feel like they forget the level of how good that end fight scene is, and how much it makes up for the rest of the movie, where it's
With who?
Maul versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's upsetting that Maul doesn't talk more.
They make up for it in the cartoon.
For sure. But you see it in the cartoon, it's like, oh, this would have been dope if he talked more in the fucking movies.
I think I don't know if they ever outright say it or if I'm just kind of filling in blanks, but it feels like he's still consumed with the dark side in the movie. That's why they present him as more savage. And it's once he's kind of had time to be removed from it, and that now he's back to being a conscious thinker and can put ideas together. Because in Phantom Menace, he's just stalking around.
Just a fucking savage.
That
I wish they would-
fight scene.
I wish they would make a fucking a Sith movie or a Sith show.
I wish they did.
If you're doing everything in a show,
No, they'll do every other thing. But
give
the
me
things we
I want
asked
the
for.
inner workings, the origins of the Sith. Show me Darth
I'm convinced they're
Plagueis.
never
or
going back.
Plagueis. Show me him.
They're gonna keep going forward. I'm pretty sure. I don't think. Maybe eventually, but for right now, they're so stuck on.
Or give me my Darth Vader fucking show. That'd be cool.
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool. Him fucking up
Be
Jedis.
sad. It depends what he's doing. If he's
I want
hunting
him-
down
I want him-
Jedis,
I want him-
fresh,
I want him hunting down and murdering Jedis.
That's
That's
what
what I
the-
want.
like
him.
right after Order 66, and it's like,
Yeah.
yo, you got to go fucking clean
Yeah.
up the rest of them right
I want
quick.
him cleaning up shop.
That's what the comics series.
And I want it
is,
to end
so.
with him winning. I want it to be an entire thing with him,
course.
where he fucking wins the entire.
I mean,
thing.
Obi-Wan kind of set it up,
a little bit.
for him to
I
have
didn't
his own
finish
show. I don't know if it'd be
Obi-Wan
that
sucked.
era. It did.
I didn't.
That's what I'm
finish it.
saying. I don't even know that I want them to go back and do cool stuff right now. Because if they're gonna be fucking fags about it, like they were
Yeah,
when they
that's
did
true.
Obi-Wan, I don't want them to touch that old cool shit. Let them fucking have Rey run around like a fucking idiot.
And then when the next person comes in, hopefully they can fucking.
Or when they get a dude who's on Mando right now, when he's done with that and he's ready for a next project, where it's like, all right, you get to go and
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
yeah.
Dave Filoni
yeah,
or whatever.
Filoni
yeah.
and Favreau.
Yeah, fucking, they're fantastic. Love them. If they got behind a fucking the next movie,
Yeah.
1,000%. Like I said, I wish they'd go
Favreau's a
back.
Queens guy.
Did you
Is it
hear?
really? That's cool.
Did you hear David Cho when he was talking about being on the Mandalorian?
No.
Oh yeah, so he has an extra part in the Mandalorian. I guess he's friends with
I guess a lot of
Who's the
people
guy
do
you said?
that. Filoni or Favreau.
Favreau. I guess he's friends with him or somebody else, and he was like, I guess they were just talking, and they hired him to do all the street art.
Oh, really?
Because he approached him or something in a cab or something.
That's cool.
And he was like, hey, you know what you don't have in the Mandalorian? There's no graffiti. with like uprisings and like
Right.
rebellions, there should be graffiti everywhere. And he's like, cool, you do it.
That's a good point.
And he was like, all right. So then I guess he was like, I guess he did that and he was like, hey, put me in it. So hey, give me one.
Give me one.
Give me one. Give me what?
Throw me a bone.
$1 billion.
A Billy.
No. So
I think a lot of people do that though, where they get to be like a clone trooper in
Yeah.
Star Wars because they're like on set that day.
So they put him in. So they put him in as like an extra in this like gambling whatever on like Jabba the Hutt's planet or something.
Tatooine.
Yeah, he's just an extra. He has no lines, nothing. He goes, well, this isn't right. He goes home and writes a backstory for his character. He learns Jabba the Hutt's language.
Oh my god.
So when everybody's there, on set shouting, he's like, Jakku Hataya Hatutaya. And they're like, whoa, dude, it's not that serious. You don't have any lines.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I got a whole backstory. Here's my.
If you need any lines, here's what I would say.
I was like, how dope is that? You're sitting there fucking Jakku Hata.
Misa. I guess that's more Gungan.
Yeah. Fuck, that's funny.
No, I heard that and I was like, damn, that's fucking hilarious.
Props.
And then they go, all right, man, how do you want this check? And he goes, I don't want to get paid. I'm not filing taxes for that bullshit. It's fine. He goes, no one's ever rejected a check from Disney before. And he's like, well, I am.
I'm a millionaire.
Yeah. I made hundreds of $1 million off of Facebook.
I sold bullshit art that I didn't even care about.
Yeah. I think he painted, that's how he got a shitload of money. He painted
Yeah.
that mural in like the Facebook building.
Got paid in stocks.
Yeah, and they just gave him stock. And now that stock's like $100 and something million
Christ.
or something fucked up. He's worth like 300-400 million.
Good for him.
The guy's got a good energy about him.
Dude's great. I love David Cho. He's fantastic. His show's good too.
Never seen a show. I only seen
Weird.
him on Rogan.
Super weird. He'll have people on and he's like an artsy guy. And he's like, let's just sit here and touch each other's faces for a minute. just to get close so we can relax.
Can relax.
What?
Sounds relaxing.
No, that's great.
Yeah. Like, David, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, man, I'm actually gonna head out now.
Not super into the face
That's
touching.
weird. Vice is preparing for bankruptcy.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. One of the dudes said that.
Yeah.
I didn't really look into it. It was on Yahoo Finance,
Hey.
I saw that article, yeah.
so it must be true.
were
They have been
talking
going
about it.
they've been oddly one-sided lately. The past
been
year,
oddly-
2-3 years.
Oh, since Trump, they've been very one-sided.
It's
Yeah.
been weird and gay, honestly.
but also,
very
like,
much.
Because
they're
they used
not
to be
coming
good.
out with good shit.
No.
Like, I also would get behind Vice if they had another season of fucking Fuck That's Delicious or like
Hamilton
some cool-
Yeah,
Pharmacopoeia.
Yeah,
do that
like
shit.
some
I
cool
used to watch so many
fucking shit.
different things.
I don't think he wants to do that anymore. I think he's done with that.
Fair.
Well, I
think-
mean, you already hit how many more seasons can you get it from that show?
Yeah.
Of weird fucking drugs. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there's like cool shit on Vice, and they just stopped doing it, or at least stopped presenting it. To
That's how I found out about
how I
Wim
see
Hof.
it.
Was They had the Iceman
There's
documentary.
a lot of cool shit on
Yeah.
there. That one dude, Maddie Matheson, had that cooking show. That was a really weird one. It wasn't weird. It was just cool. He would swear and shit.
Yeah, they have good
Fuck, that's
shit
delicious.
on Vice, but I don't know if it's just not presented in the correct way, or
It's definitely
what.
not now. Now it's all fucking. This trans
Yeah.
woman is upset because this man did this.
I don't know who took over the social media.
No,
on
it's
that.
fucking weird.
And that's how I would usually get on Vice, is through like my Snapchat or something.
YouTube
It's-
or whatever.
Mine's on
Yeah.
like Instagram, yeah.
And it's just a lot, which it's fine. Like I'm, left leaning, but like I'm definitely in the middle. So like when you just kind of go that way all the time, it's like, all right, this isn't very refreshing anymore.
This is a right wing podcast.
Well, it's like they changed that to be super left, but then also like just the subject matter. So it's not even like the same subject matter now with just like a left perspective or whatever. It's like
Right.
they're just talking about it complete. Like it's like the lady who was talking about Bud Light or Bush Light. She's like, we want to get away from that like frat house culture, and it's like,
That's your thing though.
who's gonna buy it if not those guys? Like,
Yeah.
because
I'm not drinking Bush Light.
feels like you got a pretty good system worked out where like you print money essentially,
Yeah.
and you're like, that's not the money we want. We don't want to get money from those hands. We'd rather like, so we're gonna rebrand Busch Light for Housewives, and then that'll make you happy. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
just confused. I didn't understand like what the controversy. Like, I thought everyone always like puts goofy shit on beer cans every so often, so I didn't really get why that was like so crazy. But
Wait, what?
when they put like,
I was lost. I'm
oh, they
glad you
put
said
like
that.
trans people or something on the Bud Light cans.
Really?
They had a trans person like on Instagram, like sponsored by Anheuser-Busch.
No, on the beer cans they had some person's face.
They had a face on it
Yeah,
Was Mark pissed?
I don't
for
think
for
so.
Bush.
It's either Busch or Bud Light, but someone they had like the way Coke would have those like cans with different names on it. They had like a couple different people I thought were like on the cans.
The only thing that I saw was that Anheuser-Busch had somebody like a transgender Instagram person, like celebrity, I don't fucking know, like just do like a minute thing for like Coors or whatever the fuck it was,
Yeah.
Bud Light, and then just it set off like an explosion.
This thing where it says like she, her, they, them, and has like all
well,
the
it's not
different.
someone's fucking face.
Oh, okay.
There's one that is though,
So people are fucked off.
I guess, but like I
Kid
mean,
Rock was like out there like shooting all of his fucking Bud Light cans, but he actually missed.
He missed a couple?
No, he missed a lot of them.
Wow.
There was a shotgun going off.
I bet he drank
off
those Bud Lights
camera.
before.
There was a shotgun going off. If you slow down, you can see like 3 shotgun blasts that
Really?
actually destroy. And he's got like a machine gun from like 10 feet away.
Just his agent's probably like, Kid Rock,
This
Mr.
is the
Rock.
third take,
Yeah.
bro.
We can't put real
Someone's
bullets
gonna
in
get
the
hurt.
gun. We can't put real bullets in the gun.
We all know you can't shoot for shit.
You drank all those Busch Lights.
You could act like you shoot him. We filled him up with water.
You sucked
just
his
got
dick
back
earlier.
from the fights.
Yeah.
Fucking Tyson and Trump.
That was crazy.
That was a great.
That was a
picture.
great. Did you see that photo?
Yeah.
3 thumbs up.
Just-
Tyson, Trump, and Kid Rock.
Madness.
That's fucked up.
That's at a.
I
should
can
be
only
a
imagine
oil
the
painting.
conversations that
I wonder
was
what
going
his.
on.
I wonder what his security's like. Does Trump just own like a quarter, like a
Got
section
Secret
of that?
Service, right?
Yeah.
You get Secret Service the rest of your fucking life.
But do you just get like when he goes to events like that? What's the security? Does he just get? Does he get a section of the?
No, he's in cage side.
He just has like 2 bodyguards, a couple
wild.
bodyguards or something with him, I would
Interesting.
imagine.
It's also sitting next to Tyson.
That's true. That's true. That's all the. Mr. Tyson would. I'd fuck someone up for Trump.
Tyson has bodyguards.
Probably.
Maybe.
I feel like everyone just has big people on him because even though he's still like a heavyweight,
He's a 50-something-year-old man.
yeah, and like a shorter heavyweight. So I feel like people just like having like big dudes around as like just clear the path, you know?
Not
Yeah.
saying I could beat up Mike Tyson, but I feel like I could definitely shove him and like get him on the ground when he wasn't ready or something. So like,
Judo trip.
yeah, he's
dives
just an
at him.
old man.
Dives at Mike Tyson.
I think
He's
he's
scary,
fighting Logan Paul. I'm pretty sure.
Are they actually gonna fight?
I think so.
I'm just gonna play patty cake for a couple of rounds.
I don't know, bro.
It would be-
Nothing's sacred. Nothing matters.
It'd be crazy if Tyson fucking just came out as Tyson.
Let's think, like he has maybe half a round as Tyson, and then he's like, "Oh God, my cholesterol levels."
Give me some weed, Mick.
Yeah, I don't think shoulders are meant to like move like that once you're 50 years old. Like you're not meant to move at a certain speed anymore. Like you don't have access to that gear, even if your head does still.
Just watch it. It's just sad. I don't want to watch him fight anymore.
And then he'll lose, and then Logan Paul will be like, "I went toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather. I beat Mike Tyson." It's like,
It's like, yeah, dude, but you're like 28.
yeah,
He's 50. Dying.
Dying.
An old man.
it's got a little bit of wear and tear on him.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Lennox Lewis beats the fuck out of you. You're gonna have a little bit of wear and tear. I would love Lennox Lewis to come, like a guy who like just stays in shape the whole time. It's like, hey, Logan Paul, like how about you fight my 50-year-old?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Just give you a boxing lesson.
That would be fucking fantastic. to
Lennox
watch.
Lewis just putting a jab through someone's fucking nose for 12 rounds.
Just trying to see one of the Paul brothers just get past it.
Oh
and
my
just
God.
Eating it.
I don't know who that is.
Lennox Lewis.
No.
He's a scary man. He's a very
Pro-
scary man.
Probably the best heavyweight ever.
Really?
I don't say that I'm like, that's my, but I'm saying it would be a really hard argument against it.
He's definitely up there.
Better than Joe Louis.
I don't think there's an argument against top 3.
It's so hard to compare old heavyweights to new heavyweights.
Well, because the thing about that is you got to understand they weren't big yet. Big heavyweights weren't big. So Lennox Lewis is big as fuck.
heavyweights back then were like what, like 180, like
Yeah.
190 something.
People didn't
than
eat
that?
food yet. It was like depression. Like people were just fucking getting money to like not die.
So you got that person up against someone who's got fucking 100 pounds on them. Yeah.
And like
And
with
a
anything,
trainer and a fitness and
trainers who watched Joe Lewis,
a nutritionist.
You know, Joe Lewis didn't. Who was he watching? You know, he was
yeah,
Queensberry shit.
Yeah, say.
And he invented like the stance that people still train off of today. So like, it's hard to compare eras, but yeah, if you put the two of them in a fight, Lennox probably wins. But that doesn't mean that he's like necessarily better. You know, the size.
Well,
is a
yeah,
big
the
part.
one dude's probably 120 now.
Joe Lewis is 107.
Still whoop your ass.
Joe Lewis is like the saddest story though. I can't like.
It is horrible even just thinking about
I
it.
don't know his story.
He donated like full fight checks to the war effort in World War II.
Everyone's like, support the troops, like donate
Yeah,
what you can, buy.
He's a
recycled
black
bottle
American that
caps.
had fucking full like racism done against him until he becomes heavyweight champion. Now he gets like accepted as like, you know, a winner or whatever.
Really?
Could
He
have
got
said
drafted too, I think, right?
fought in World War II,
Yeah.
comes back, does like, I don't want to say not real. There were fights, but I don't think he was fighting like the top. I think he was doing like, give me this guy to fight and I'll get a check and give that, like doing lots of fights to like get checks for just, here you go, Uncle Sam, even though he didn't have to do shit.
Really?
Then,
Over a false flag.
yes. He retires and they're like, taxes? And he's like, huh? And they're like, says here you made $1 million this year. He's like, yeah, I donated 900,000 of it to the war. And they're like, taxes?
So you got to pay taxes on what he donated?
Yes. So he had to come out of retirement as an old man and start fighting the new generation's heavyweight. And he got his fucking shit rocked by Rocky Marciano.
Horribly, like very, very.
Really?
Like if you
Rocky
saw
Marciano's
Mike Tyson fight now, like if you saw like a 50-year-old man just get his
Yeah.
shit rocked.
By the pound for pound hardest puncher to walk at the time.
Like if Tyson fought, what's his face?
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Fury, that guy. The gypsy.
Yeah.
The Gypsy King.
You'd be like, oh, this is not really entertainment so much as this is just a
You
fucking
see fucking Fury's
slaughter.
not going to fight Usyk?
Why now?
Because it's fucking stupid. Because he wants like 90% of the fucking money. And every time, dude, he said 40-60. Usyk's like, sure. And he's like, 70-30. And they're like, no, that would be. And they're like, huh, well, go figure out how to make that much money on your own, Usyk. And they're like, they don't want that much money. They want to fight you. And they don't know why you're making up that you should. As shitty as it is, I hope Usyk just agrees to whatever. What he should do is be like, hey, I'll take fucking 10%, like 90-10. But if I win,
I get
then
all
I
of it.
get some of that money. You know, like that's what he should
If
do.
I
Be like,
wi-
you're Mr. fucking Gypsy King, want to fucking pound your chest and be the toughest guy. Like if it's not about money, it's not about money. Fucking,
That's what they should do. 80-20. Whoever wins gets the 80.
or not. He could let him keep a half of it. Just be like,
For real.
get it back to 50-50 or whatever. Just something to be like,
40-60 even. Shit. I mean, anything. Just to
Who
keep
would-
that
who would
fight
win that
going.
fight?
Usyk, in my opinion. Usyk's
I
much
would
younger.
lean Usyk at this point. Yeah, maybe when Tyson Fury was like,
How old is he?
he was getting up there. I mean, heavyweight though. So
Yeah, he's not old, but I mean, he's not young. Usyk is just
Tyson
Usyk is young.
Tyson Fury just when he's on his shit, as goofy as he can be, like he does box nicely as like a long guy. And Usyk is a guy coming up a weight class, not the biggest dude. So like
He can
stylistically,
get in there and move.
oh yeah. But then Tyson Fury does such a good job of making people carry his weight. He just fucking folds on top of people, and you see him like
Usyk's smart, man. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They'd be a good
yeah.
fucking high IQ boxing match because Tyson Fury can be goofy, but again, like he's like a good boxer. Like you have to give it to him. And then Usyk is fucking full Eastern Bloc, like hit without getting hit. You know.
He reminds me of like a heavyweight Lomachenko almost.
Where's he from?
Yeah, they're both Ukrainian. I think they trained together.
Is that the dude that was at the war?
Usyk left the war because they all told him like you do more good for us by going and getting that belt than you would by being like another dude with a gun here.
Interesting.
Klitschko's were in the war.
Maybe that's the
He
people.
was the mayor of Kiev.
Yeah.
One of them.
I think they left and like they're in U.S. right now, like trying to petition for some shit or something.
That
Loma was there.
fucking Zelensky, that piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that guy.
I don't
He's the
either.
President of
all I
Ukraine?
all I know is that we went to Jamaica, and there was a Ukrainian dude drinking at the bar. Me and my dad sat next to him. My dad goes, "It's this dude just look Eastern European," and he goes, "Where are you from?" He goes, Ukraine." And he goes, "Oh shit, what's that like?
How's tricks?
How's all that going?" And he goes, "Man, it's bullshit." And he's like, "Oh,
You don't say.
I'll take a beer. One more.
One for my friend.
One for my good friend here."
My
He
best
goes,
friend.
and he starts, yeah, my best friend. He starts saying how Zelensky is like doing bullshit with money. He's like hiding money and he's stealing shit and he's fucking shit up over there.
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden. I mean, shit, you look at Hunter Biden. Come on, man. Come on.
There's two guys at a bar in Jamaica talking about Zelensky and Biden. Like, didn't you guys like get away from the news, come here to relax?
It's
Be
so
like,
weird.
Heated debate.
Yeah.
No, that's what that shit is.
I had someone at work the other day with yeah, they said it was weapons of mass destruction, but we really went over there for the tomb of Gilgamesh. Just make someone stop in their tracks.
Excuse me?
What?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
No, they found what? No, the Euphrates River actually moved, as the Nile did back in the day, and revealed the tomb of Gilgamesh.
3 days later.
You have a good day now. See you next time.
There was a man by the name of Nebuchadnezzar. He made a Stargate. He had a Stargate over in Iraq.
Listen, if you were setting up defense of your homeland, would you make it the Museum of Antiquities? Probably not. Probably wouldn't erase your history with fucking one battle.
Yes.
Why are you stroking this mic?
He loves it. He's caressing it.
It's nice.
When you guys started jerking off, did you use 2 fingers and your thumb, or did you always have?
No, 2 fingers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or it was
Louis
like
had
this.
a joke about that.
It
Yeah.
was like, yes. Yeah. Did you?
I
Yeah.
honestly cannot remember.
No,
I would-
it's so funny you said that. I thought about this the other day.
Really?
Yes. I was like,
Either like that or like that.
Yes.
But not full fisted.
never go full. You never went full.
And then I
fist.
saw that in a movie where I was like, yeah. Like,
Of course that makes sense. No, Louis did. No, that was great. No. It's so true.
I remember the first time having. It's the only thing I can like dependably do left-handed, really, because I like
You can
chafed.
do that left hand.
Yeah, I chafed my right side so badly one day from just marathoning. Where
You
I,
chafed your right hand.
no, my right side of my dick.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I went
Go ahead.
left-handed, and it feels all goofy and like out of sorts the first couple of times. But now, yeah, I go back and forth.
Either or, back, forth, left, right, left,
Ambidextrous.
right.
Like someone else
It's
is
nice.
doing it.
Do you go lube or no?
Nah.
No, you don't need it. Honestly, people go. You need
People always
lotion.
think you're weird if you.
You
say
need
no.
lotion. You need that. No, you don't. You don't need it. It's messy. It's too much.
I'm not a man of fine. I don't think I deserve nice.
It's maintenance. You got to get the demons out.
Yeah, I'm not treating myself nicely. Like this,
Oh yes,
this
dude.
isn't my self-care
Gonna light a
routine.
candle,
You know,
set the mood.
Fucking busting up and be like, God, I really gotta get something done today.
I'm gonna do it one more time, and then I'm gonna start on something.
I'm gonna wait for this boner to die down, and then I'm gonna get my head on straight.
I'm gonna rip this dab.
Yeah.
Really figure shit out. Sit back down.
Tackle this day.
Lose another hour to YouTube, and then
Sometimes I'll jerk off in the morning, and then I'll have that thought of like, all right, go just wait for this dick to stop being hard, and then we'll get up and then my cat will come over and be like, all right, well now I'm back to laying down again.
Not
Like
laying down.
Yeah.
I washed my hands.
Yes. Obviously. I've had to tell my cats to go away before when I'm like, come on my hand.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This is
come back and find.
come back. You caught me at a bad time, kitty.
Sometimes I have concentrate, like I'm putting in the dab rig, and I'll get like a bit on my hand, or I'll be holding like the
Yes, and you end up
the
dabbing
carb
cum.
No, Jesus. What are you talking about?
I didn't know what you were really going.
No. We left that part out. You get so high, bro. You ever smoke cum?
I save a little bit of it in a jar.
It's like Keith.
It's called batter.
Nice.
Keep going.
I don't have the baby batter on the brain anymore.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, like when my cat comes over. I was keeping the cat moving forward, leaving cum behind.
Yes.
You guys flip-flopped it.
Stuff
But if you're holding the carb cap, my cat comes up to like do the headbutt thing, and I'm like, fuck, like you know how fucked your day will be if you get any of this in your fur?
Yeah.
Like,
How pissed off you would be.
yeah.
How high you would get trying to lick it out.
Well,
That'd be crazy.
Cat would take a nice nap.
I can't ever take acid without thinking about like, I gotta go wash my hands, because if I pet my cat, it's gonna get on them. If I mix up mushrooms, I always think like,
I think I'm developing OCD with washing my hands.
really?
It's weird.
It's not a bad thing to have OCD about.
When I cook, like if I'm in the kitchen and I touch something, I then go to the sink and I wash my fingers. I dry them off, and then I go back to cooking.
Well, what are you touching? Raw chicken?
Yeah. It's
No, I'll
that's
raw
raw
if
meat
I
and shit.
if like anything.
Peppers.
If I get like oil on my hand, if I get like
This doesn't
Like-
sound like OCD at all.
like
It sounds
crack
like
an
you just
egg?
don't want shit on your hands.
Well, yeah.
I don't like it.
Eggs
Me
have
neither.
salmonella. Who wants oil on their hands?
Yeah.
What else would you do? Lick
But-
the oil off?
But they're gonna keep getting dirty, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but still, I do the same.
if it's an egg, I don't cross contaminate.
I listen. If I don't do it, yeah, I'm with you on that.
I quarantine.
Quarantine myself,
Yeah, that doesn't sound like OCD.
like
at
the
all.
Jews in Bethlehem. I don't think that's true.
Is that what happened? Guys, we're gonna have a quarantine.
That's what they said. They said when the
They
Jews
held captive.
when the Jews left Egypt, they
Told
said
not to leave.
They said, Mr. Pharaoh, I have to get out of here. We have to go quarantine in the desert for 40 years, and it's fine.
Mr. Pharaoh.
Mr. Pharaoh, please, Your Majesty,
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, don't judge me by the color of my skin.
Someone at work said rook the other day
Rook.
about like I think they were saying rookie. And they said rook, and I was like,
rook.
"Are you doing a Chinese accent?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "What are you saying?" And she was like, "Rook." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying look with a Chinese accent." She's like, "Why would I do that?"
Rook over
This
here.
was a fun thing to do.
Oh, Rook.
Yeah. She's like, "What? Why would?"
Why would that be the thing?
I'm like, I don't know. Chinese accent. I don't know.
Why are you saying it? It's not on me.
Why are you saying rook? I don't know. In my world, it made more sense that you said look in a Chinese accent than calling someone rook. Yeah.
You some fucking veteran cop or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
I found
With
this.
your handlebar mustache.
I found this funny article. It wasn't even an article. It was a headline that said
Thank you.
Italian
Let's be honest.
Italian town punishes its politicians by putting them in a cage in a river.
It's the longest headline ever.
Oh, yeah, that's like a joke.
Oh, it is a joke?
Yeah, they like dump them in the river real quick. They like have a vote. It's like, all right, who fucked up the most of like this
Oh, I've seen that.
like little
yeah,
thing, and they like
Oh,
dump them in
that's
the river and they take
gay.
them back out.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's like a glorified dunk tank.
Yeah, that's
It's like
all
when
it
the
is.
boss goes, he's like, "You know what? All right, I'll get it."
I'm gonna go in the dunk tank. Everybody
Honestly,
gets a
though,
throw.
that would be pretty fun. It's like that fucking old bitch fucked up our roadways for the second year in a row. She's
Put her in
going
the-
in.
put
She's
her in the
going
river.
in.
Oh,
Put it
if
in
you
the
put
river.
Lori Lightfoot in the Chicago River, like,
Right,
that'd be
that's
fun.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like that'd be a good fucking time.
Be all right.
Biden in a cage.
Like, ah, fuck you.
McCain in the background. That's
I was-
what it's
I-
like.
yeah, I was
This
gonna
That's
say-
what it's
popcorn.
like. Yeah. They put McCain in a cage. He freaks out.
Hulks out,
I'm not getting in. I'm not getting back in the cage.
shoots
Gonna
everybody.
cage me up.
I will give that guy credit that he changed his mind on the UFC. A lot of politicians like dig their heels in. They say what they say.
He's an old fucking man. I'm
Who?
surprised he's alive.
McCain?
He's dead.
He's
dead?
dead. I think he got brain cancer.
All right,
He's
there
been
you
dead
go.
for a while.
He got brain cancer.
He's dead.
Pretty sure.
He's fucking old.
Because I think his daughter said something weird about him, like after he died. I don't remember. It was a come down thing. But what's it called? Oh yeah, McCain was the one that called MMA like human cockfighting back in the day.
savage.
Yeah, and like was one of the bigger like voices of legislation against it. But I forget what point it was, but something came along where he was like, they have done like all their due diligence in like making it a real sport. I'm sure in hindsight, now that I'm saying it, there wasn't just like any monetary incentive, because I think the reason he said it in the first time was like because of like beer money or something like
for
that.
votes and shit.
Yeah. So like maybe it just flipped the other way where he's like, oh, people in Arizona like the UFC now, you know, like.
Well, it's also like when that shit was happening, that was like UFC in New York. Like no one at that point was saying like, let's have UFC in fucking Arizona with your all fucking retired people and like all your fucking shit like that. Like no one's saying that.
No, it was Vegas, California.
Yeah, fuck out of
Florida.
here.
Yeehaw. Florida.
Is that Florida?
Yeah.
Florida's got a lot of cowboys.
Fair, but I don't know if yeehaws what
Yeehaw.
jumps to mind.
They love it. They love their
Cuban
rhinestones.
accent? I don't know how to do a Cuban accent.
Yeehaw.
I don't know if that's Cuban.
I went to go do it, and then I stopped. I'm like, I think I was just going to do Dominican.
What's a Dominican accent?
Like Puerto Rican. Like,
what's a
they're
I think I was
close
just
Puerto Rican accent?
geographically.
I was just going to do like New York Spanish.
What's that?
Just give me, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. Say something.
Well, now I
You
have
have any
Odelay
weed?
Holmes in my head.
Odele.
and I can't,
That's
I
the
can't
only-
shake it.
That's the only Hispanic accent I know, homie.
Yeah, Cholo's too easy.
It's too easy to do, you know what I mean?
Well, especially once you hear it, it's like,
Yeah,
how do
no,
I
fuck
not
that. Now
do
I have no shot. I
that?
can't die. Yeah, no,
I couldn't tell you what any other Spanish accent sounds like.
I know people from Spain talk with a lisp.
Really?
You know why? Because like that king had a lisp, so that everyone started talking like that to make him feel like he was normal, and then like it just became a real thing.
It's pretty fucking stupid.
Isn't that
Really?
crazy?
That's really funny, actually.
Nas, Queensbridge had a kid like that had a lisp, so that's why they all say thun instead of son. If you ever hear like Nas and Mobb Deep, what's up, thun?
Really?
To make a kid who had a like part of their crew with a lisp, like they all said it that way.
Really? That's funny. That's fucking crazy.
They didn't fucking be dumb Spaniards about it to let it infiltrate their language for 1,000 years.
You know what I
Well,
heard?
that's the thing. It's like, why are you still
They
doing
didn't
this?
give themselves
Nobody
lisps.
else is doing this.
You know what I heard? Apparently, so you know how English words are spelled fucking stupid? Like,
Or like a
there's-
hand-me-down language full
like
of
there's
slang.
like
What do you
there's
want?
like there's silent letters and there's like 2 O's where there shouldn't be, and like shit doesn't make sense.
Sure.
Fine, it's a dumb language.
It's fine.
Apparently in like the 1400s or 1300, I don't know, whenever they made the printing press and like standardized spelling of words, whenever that happened and they standardized all the spellings.
The printing press was that old?
I don't think it was in the 13. Was it in the 1300s?
14 or 1300. You can look it up. I don't fucking know. But apparently during that time, like they standardized the spelling of words in the English language, and then like a great vowel switch happened where people started saying vowels differently. So then that's when all the words became fucked. So they standardized the spelling of everything, and then they switched the way they pronounced everything.
1436.
Wild.
Oh, well, German goldsmith Johann Gutenberg.
Johann Gutenberg.
Johannes Gutenberg.
Johannes.
He's credited with inventing the
I made the
printing
first
press
porno mag.
around 1436. Now,
Got in circulation.
white boy credited with it in 1400. Woodblock printing in China dates back to the 9th century. Like,
What's up? What's up?
That's what I mean.
have 500 years of doing
That's
it. And they're
what I
like, yes, the German man did it. Like,
This
the
what
fuck?
I don't get. Like you look up and it's like, okay, Sumeria, first civilization to write shit down,
Language,
agriculture,
math, science.
all this shit, all this stuff, blah blah blah. And then you look up what China was doing before
Yeah.
Sumeria, agriculture, rice fields.
There's nothing to fucking read about it, but everyone seems to know that they were doing it.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, no.
It's like a footnote to everything. Like, yeah, China was doing this since then. It's like, but you just said in the beginning of this fucking thing that they were the first. So how could they be the first?
But now, thousands of years in the age of Gemini, China has been doing agriculture and all of this way before the fucking age of Taurus. I don't know. Shit don't make sense.
They grow crops on the side of fucking pyramids. They just let the grass grow over it.
Yeah, I thought they like hide them though.
Yeah. So I'm saying it's just full fucking like
Yeah.
people just like
They put
picking
dirt on them.
Make it look like a mountain.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Have you ever seen those beautiful rice fields? Like the tears? It's gorgeous.
Netflix has that nature documentary where they have an episode on grass and they show you like the Chinese grass fields. It's beautiful.
Really? That's what we're sitting in right now.
No, you like your tall grass.
No,
thing.
I envision us, this set I envision us sitting in is,
The meadow.
I can't find the video anywhere, but tall grass that's in the wind, temple far in the background, a samurai.
I just want to be sitting in different like Dragon Ball Z locations. That's
Pretty cool.
That's all I have.
That's a good idea too, like landscapes, Dragon Ball Z landscapes.
When my old boss, when we do like Teams meetings, she used to make us turn our cameras on, and the last time we did it, I was like, man, this is gay. I have to like put myself in a corner because I didn't know you could do that thing that like
Block it out.
Yeah, I thought you had to like find a background. So I went and I found like a cool Namek background. So then that way, like my buddy Nick that I work with, be like, oh, like it'll be a cool thing. Like he'll see it. Never had to do the camera thing again after that boss left. And I just have it sitting there, and everyone's like, cameras aren't necessary. And I'm like, I wouldn't mind one more time. You know, just eye to eye probably works better. You know, face to face.
Send that my way. I'll put it on this one. We're on Namek now.
There's 3 suns. It's never day. It's never nighttime here. Did you know that?
It's never nighttime on Namek.
It's 3 suns.
Sounds awful.
5th sun.
Thank you.
It's insane.
They saw Tatooine's twin suns and they were like,
Maybe we could do better.
one more.
Do 3. So what? As one sun sets, the other rises.
There's 3 suns in the sky.
Always. Just said it's in a period of.
There's always at least one.
That's crazy. And you know there's
no
some
women.
on Namek.
No women as a species.
How do they reproduce?
Asexually. They spit out an egg.
Of their mouth?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you not seen Dragon Ball Z?
I don't remember any of that. That sounds crazy.
These are deep cuts
What the fuck is that?
to remind people of. And you can either make it your kid, or if you're dying, like King Piccolo was, you can make it like your essence. So it's kind of like half kid, half clone.
Really? You just decide? So is,
Well, I think he
is
did it,
Piccolo
like-
from Namek?
Piccolo's born on Earth.
But his
The
species.
egg.
But his species is from Namek.
Yeah, he's Namekian.
Is that again?
Namekian.
Namekian? Yeah.
Yes, King Piccolo.
¿Cómo se dice Namekian?
¿Cómo se dice Piccolo?
Piccolo.
All King Piccolo's kids are named after instruments.
Really? Flute?
Drum.
Drum.
Tambourine.
Is tambourine?
Yeah.
Really? They getting pick like better instruments?
Tambourine and drum are the 2 I remember.
What is a piccolo?
It's a little flute.
pan flute thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Am I crazy?
I never put that
It's a real
together.
short flute.
Yeah.
I remember being in band class. I took band for half a year. And I decided
Nerd.
this is dumb. I remember being at the recitals and not playing.
Just faking.
I did that in 5th grade.
Like, yes, you guys think I'm playing right now.
We didn't have like a band
There's
thing.
5 clarinets here. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
exactly. That's perfect about it. It was a sea of clarinets. We didn't have no one else. There's 2 kids got drums.
Did you play clarinet?
Everyone else had clarinet. That's what you had to do in 5th grade. Yeah, it wasn't like you signed up for band or anything. It was like in 5th grade you had a band class. That was that. It wasn't like any after
New
school
York
thing.
public schools.
What I'm
Right.
saying,
That's how it
yeah.
is.
Um,
You can't go outside. You can stay inside.
there's supposed to
Do
only be
band.
one kid who had a
Catch a
drum
bullet.
set, but then the other kid threw a fucking bitch fit. So they made 2 drum sets on stage and a sea of clarinets. And I remember just halfway through being like, "Nah, I tried. Fuck it."
Just.
Oh, he's off the
Ooh,
map.
Man, he's sounding good. God damn. But no, I remember being in band class.
Clarinet gave this kid
The
confidence.
girl next to me was playing flute. It would, because I'd see her music and be playing, and she would get to her part, and she'd go, and I'd plug the hole at the end of the flute. She'd go,
She's
Band-
dead now.
band class, baby. Yeah,
She did
She
not
actually-
get that scholarship.
yeah, no. Bro, I found out we were talking about this. You know Conway the Machine. You know he talks like this. Let me fix my motherfucking jewels
Fix
right
furniture.
quick. Yeah. That man got shot in the neck.
Yeah, I thought
in the
so.
or the collar or some shit.
I thought that's what it was, but then I didn't want to just say it like I was assuming it. Like,
no,
yeah.
like that's what happened. I
Yeah.
was like, holy fuck. And Griselda.
No, because he fully talks with like his mouth over here.
Yeah. And then Griselda. That's the label.
Yeah.
For forever, I'm thinking Griselda's a man. I have yet to see
No,
this man. Yeah.
I was confused if it was a group or the label. I knew it was not a man.
You know who started it? West Side.
Oh, really?
And you know Conway's West Side's half brother?
I knew there was some.
And Benny
family
the Butcher's
relation.
their cousin?
Yeah, I knew it was some.
I didn't know any of that.
Family business.
I didn't know any of that. Fuck me up.
That's how RZA, Jizza, and Old Dirty Bastard were.
Yeah.
All cousins.
Really?
Mhm.
That's funny.
They're
Rest
the
in peace, Old Dirty.
rest in peace. They're the 3 from Brooklyn, and then came over to Shaolin, where everyone else already was.
Came over to Shaolin.
Where's Shaolin?
Staten Island.
Man, Shaolin. That's off the map.
Must have been a big come up for Staten Island.
I was gonna say.
What's in Staten Island? We didn't go there.
Drugs.
Mob shit.
Really?
Apparently, half of Staten Island's like really nice, but it's like for rich old Italians. Yeah. And then I guess at that point, it's essentially like people who moved to Jersey to stay close to the city. It's just like old Italian dudes. And then the other half of Staten Island is like Shaolin, like Wu-Tang.
Ghetto.
Yeah.
Really?
From my understanding, I never been to Staten Island.
Okay, Staten Island. Really?
No reason to.
Isn't that where
Staten
your
Island or
buddy's a
Coney
cop?
Island?
Where's your buddy a cop at?
Long Island.
Long Island.
Long
yeah,
Island.
yeah.
Long Island's connected to Queens.
About Staten Island. I'm sorry. What was the other one?
Coney Island.
Coney
It's
Island.
in Brooklyn.
That's in Brooklyn.
He's from Coney Island.
That was the big joke when I moved here. They loved it.
From Coney Island.
They loved it.
It's the only thing we
Get this
want.
man a hot dog.
Yes.
Come on.
He likes hot dogs. Chicagoans like hot dogs. It's a win-win.
From Coney Island.
You know what Coney dog.
How's that area? Is that bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Hasn't changed since the Warriors movie.
Can confirm.
Can't confirm. Shithole. Now, are you on Coney Island?
Do you
Or
live on
in
the
Coney.
Ferris
That's only
wheel?
Long Island.
That's only Long Island. Interesting. So the other ones you could say I'm in Coney Island.
Yeah, everywhere else you're in a town or place or whatever. You're out on the island when you're in Long Island.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah. Out on the island.
Where are you going? I'm going on the island today. Jesus.
Yeah. It's grotesque. That's why I always
If
catch
you
myself being like, Long Island sucks, and I have to be like, no, not everybody out there, but you know what I mean. Like,
If you keep driving down Long Island, does it turn into
rich.
rich?
That's where the Hamptons are.
That's where the Hamptons are. Okay.
So
we should go down there.
5
For
boroughs.
what?
I don't know.
Get kicked out?
Yeah.
I stick out like a fucking sore thumb. I've been there once. Fucking
s-
white trash.
We stuck out bad
So
at the college, remember?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah.
bro, we're walking around this fucking University of Chicago. Everyone's wearing like their college fucking button-ups and shit. Everyone's dressed nice.
We're
Feel like
chiefing.
sweatpants.
Yeah, we're-
I look like this.
We're chiefing, walking through this college going,
I'm like, it's a college. Everyone's smoking weed. So I
Yeah.
just start smoking.
No
I look
one's
around.
smoke-
No one's
no
smoking.
one's smoking weed.
Not one person.
No. Apparently with a tuition of 60,000, 70,000 a year, you don't smoke weed, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
you're focused. Or
bro,
whatever.
we're walking around this college going,
We were
what's this, Hogwarts?
Not for nothing. We did go on a research mission unrelated to school. So who's the real scholar? Anyway.
That is true. We were going there for something else. But no, we're walking around like, gee, this place is like Hogwarts. This place is crazy.
Full like stone catwalks from building to building. Beautiful
Jesus.
architecture.
Gorgeous if you ever been there.
Where is this?
University of Chicago. It's in
there's
I couldn't tell you.
Griffins all over the
The
place.
hell you guys at the
Tartarian
University of
architecture.
We
Chicago?
went to the
Oriental Institute.
Did we
That's
ever
at the
talk about that?
University of
I don't
Chicago?
think we ever talked about that, did we?
No, I think we meant to.
Yeah, but I don't think Nick was out here. Yeah, dude, it's on. It's at the University of Chicago. It's a small ass museum that's free to get in. They just take donations. We walk in.
Did you
Bro,
donate?
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked in, and the guy go. We walk in. I walk to the guy who's working the counter. He picks his head up and goes, "Are you guys here for the museum?"
Yeah, like he didn't.
And we're like,
when we didn't like beeline someplace and we just kind of like, he's like,
"You trying to get in here?" And we're like, "Yeah."
oh,
And he goes,
all
"The
right.
museum." We're like,
Okay,
yeah. And he starts like organizing shit.
Yes.
He's like not prepared for this at all. And he goes, "So we don't. It's free to get in, but we work on donations." And I'm like, "Yeah, how much do you want?"
No big deal, man.
Like, no, hey, dude, I got
I read the website. I come prepared.
Here's a 20, brother. I'm being here,
And we were alone pretty
bro,
much.
alone in this entire
For like
museum.
20 minutes. And then maybe there was like 5 people that came in throughout the time.
But they breezed through. They were gone,
well, they're not scholars.
bro. The shit we were.
They
Seeing.
don't know what they're looking at.
Remember the shit we saw in the Met,
Yeah.
dude? We saw.
Remember the 2 like Griffin, not Griffin, but like lion, eagle
the
things.
entrances, yeah.
It was like those 2, but where those were set up for like a doorway, these were set up for like being outside
Damn.
the fucking building and like, yeah, stay the fuck out.
The size of this thing,
This is a small museum?
tiny.
Compared to like the Met or something.
Did you guys like see everything?
Yeah.
Bro. Full ass interiors of temples. Look at this.
Damn.
Dude, just in a full Egyptian exhibit.
We saw a bull statue that was so fucking big.
Yeah, that was one I just showed him.
Oh.
Whereas like if you look at the picture, it's like cool, that's cool. And then there's a picture of us next to it, and it's like holy fuck, his kneecap is here.
And the thing's over 1,000 years old.
How about that one thing we saw, just the head, the horse? In that one room, it was like a horse head or some sort of head of like a animal. The thing was floor to ceiling. The head.
Oh, yeah.
The head. The rest, and it was cut off the body.
Right.
Jesus.
It was floor to ceiling in this building.
Like a sphinx.
It was fucking crazy.
There's a big Pharaoh statue that was floor to ceiling.
Yeah, I showed him that one.
Whenever I see shit like that, it's floor to ceiling and 1,000 years old. It's like,
Do you guys have ladders?
how'd you get it in
Yeah,
here?
what are we doing? Like that's like those obelisks that are all throughout Vatican City, where it's like, you guys did this how long ago? You got them from Egypt?
You guys dragged these here in the fucking 1300s?
Yeah, you put this on a boat?
Yeah, what?
You guys really went out of your way for this
Yeah.
shit just to tell me that it means nothing.
Yeah, just to be like, ain't it purty? Like,
Yeah. It's like, no, man, you could have built that yourself. Or the ones that are just on the ground, just like fallen over or like broke before they were able to get it up. And they're twice as big as the ones that are standing.
yeah. Well, that's one of the videos I was watching last night before I nodded off, was that how common that is in all these ancient places, is that there's always like unfinished work at all these sites. And it's like, I guess like it's more evidence of that there was like one cataclysmic event that everyone was like swept away in, because it does seem to be like everyone has like, there's that obelisk they're working on, like we're working on this over here, like everyone seemed to be like about to do like the next temple or the next thing, like everyone wasn't like they were done.
No.
And it just happened.
They're like, cool, well, wrap this. We just
Yeah.
built the craziest thing in the world. Let's wrap that.
yeah. They're like, all right, what's next? And shit hit.
They say the Tartarians built the Great Pyramids.
No, they don't.
That they do.
Who's they?
They're saying this.
I don't subscribe to that.
I don't either. It's bullshit. The Tartar people.
You want to
Tartar
hear
sauce, folk.
The
wanna-
Tards.
No, the Tartars.
The Tards for abbreviations.
You want to hear some Tartarian shit mixed into that University of Chicago. University of Chicago.
Lay it on me.
Logo.
Is a griffin.
A griffin neck. And when University of Chicago first started, the first like dean or head of it, maybe not dean, but like head of the board of the school or whatever the fuck, gets like a correspondence from some dude in Germany, I think, somewhere in Europe. I think it was Germany because that's where they just had the World's Fair. So he sends some shit over to Chicago about Tartaria. This dude goes, all of a sudden, World's Fair comes to Chicago when it was up between like us, New York, and somewhere else. Like Chicago gets it. And then all of a sudden, Griffin becomes the logo. Griffin was the Tartarian flag logo. It's just a nice little trickle in from the old world into the... You see these things, like he said, there's that point in history where, like, you can't believe what's coming before it. So you just get to, like, pick up the thread of, like, all right, so, like, Chicago World's Fair, and then you get to that point where it's like, all right, now I don't know who to believe when they're just telling stories after the fact.
Are you on the same page or not?
It's a little fucking madness to me.
Bro. It's been...
I gotta look more. There isn't too much on it.
The thing I need to figure
It's hard
out
to
is
find
the
accurate
mud
shit.
flood. I'm with it for most of it until it
Mud
starts
flood?
talking about the mud flood.
Yeah,
and
I
then
don't
I
know
go,
what
I
any of
don't
that shit
understand
is.
what that is.
I don't know what it because if buildings are buried, you could just go into the basement and just walk further down the building, or is everything boarded up? What is it? What happened?
And also, just how long ago was it? Because then there's that like TikTok you showed me where dude's talking about mud flood. I'm like, I don't understand this shit at all.
No, makes no sense.
Yeah, and it's also like within 100 years. So like I don't know what it would even be.
I mean, also could have just
reference to.
they also could have just raised the road for better sewage or for fucking
Yeah, it seemed like there were so many like
I feel like
readily-
like it's probably easier to I don't know how much I don't know the difference of it, but I'm sure back in the day it was easier just to build the road higher than it was to dig tunnels for bullshit. I don't fucking know.
I know one guy was saying it's because like there used to be need room for all like the horse shit and stuff. So then like they raised it because they didn't need that like side thing anymore. I saw another thing where people were trying to be like, see, that's why you need stairs to go up from the sidewalk. And it's like, no, because like the basement was like for the housekeepers and stuff. And then like the rich people would go like up. Like,
Yeah.
So immediately people were like dismantling that guy's shit. So I don't really understand it.
What they're saying is a bunch of mud came rushing through Chicago and buried half the city. And that
When?
that's the
Yeah.
thing, we don't fucking know. It's so weird.
Who's them again?
The Tards, my friend, the Tards. We're talking about them, the Tards. And
Well, there's like 1 million people on YouTube. So you watch one YouTube video where a guy's got his head on straight and he's fucking like got like books that he's scanned in so he can point out like this passage and that passage. And you're like, all right, cool. And he's got a map. And then you're like, let me find the next video. And then it's a dude on TikTok that's like, oh, actually, the Chicago mud flood. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, so just it's combing through the
he
bullshit.
said the Chicago fire was made to cover up a bunch of shit because
that, I believe.
it burnt down half the city.
Apparently fires like that were very common, like around World's Fair events. Like, oh no, everything got ruined.
You must rebuild the city. Which that could be anything. That could be them.
I'll get back to it. I'll
I don't
figure it out. Get to the bottom of it.
Christian's DNA test updated. She's 10% Native American.
She can go on the land
She
now.
can
Get us peyote.
yeah, that dude, I found a guy online sells peyote.
Run it.
How about that?
That's insane.
You could
Little
buy the
sketch.
seeds. It takes 5 to 7 years to grow.
5 5 to 7.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a long ass time. Or you could just
The shamans knew where to cut it so it could grow back good. Whitey fucked it all up.
yeah. Or you could just buy the or you can just buy the actual bulb thing. You could buy the like the cactus, the plant. Just do it.
As opposed to what?
The seed.
In growing a cactus?
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I'd rather just buy the cactus.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm just saying you have options. You know how you get the seeds? I didn't know this. The cactus grows and it's that little tiny ball hump thing. And then a flower or like a little tiny flower grows and there's this little tiny thing and you pull it out, you let it dry, then you open it up and there's like 3 seeds in there. It's fucked up.
I'm sure that you could figure out a way to get it to grow faster. You have a tree with 3 fruits on it.
Or just synthesize it. Or make it I don't know how you would do that, but I'm sure Hamilton knows.
They have that for like mushrooms and stuff, like psilocybin.
Bro, that's that Netflix documentary, that How to Change Your Mind. They were giving people doses of mushrooms, LSD, peyote. They were doing peyote like traditionally with the cactus, but it was there was another one, MDMA. They had pills of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Imagine how good that is. Imagine how good it would be just to take a pill and it's like, oh, this is legit psilocybin. This is 100% psilocybin.
Well, I think, what up?
Isn't that what you do?
No, I take mushrooms and I put them in pill form. I don't synthesize
cuts them up.
down.
Imagine
I'm no
extracting the
chemist.
psilocybin from the mushroom and then putting it in a capsule and then taking that. Same thing with like LSD.
Well, I think a bunch of people.
I guess LSD is already that.
Well, yeah.
It's a
Yeah, it's
chemical.
already
Yeah, it's just
synthesized.
dripped on a piece of paper.
Some people were saying like there's an argument against that synthetic version because now, I mean, already people aren't taking like mushrooms with a shaman, so maybe that one there's less of an argument for it. But like peyote or something like that, or like
No,
when
that
they
I
had,
would yeah.
the toad DMT. I think it was Hamilton talking about that, where it's like, yeah, there's all these people saying like, yeah, you need the real toad, or else it's like not the same. He's like, I've taken both, feels the same, and if you keep messing with the toad, they're all gonna die. So if you care about like the natural aspect of it as much as you say you do, you probably don't want the toads to die off. That's what's happening right now. Same way all the peyote fucking cactuses aren't around. So
Imagine back in the day walking through the desert going, hey, look, peyote.
stop.
Stop
What?
it.
Did you? I took one.
I took one. I took one. Of course. How do you don't eat it. You brew it into like a tea?
I think so. Yeah.
God, that would suck.
Oh, I'm sure it's brutal.
Oh yeah.
It's like ayahuasca. I would
Cactus juice.
I would never want to drink ayahuasca either. It sounds terrible.
The fact that they refer to it as a brew
Yeah, like
is really letting you know how fucking foul it's about to be.
it's just like a black liquid.
Brackish.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like
Well,
I
Curtis
yak
was-
for fucking everything, and I know you're supposed to yak after you drink it. It's
Curtis
like,
was
oh,
telling me
Yeah.
he like does ayahuasca and shit. But his mom like grows it.
Saw him random as hell.
Yeah, it was weird. We got back
crazy.
from lunch, we pulled up. But his mom like grows it and does all that shit. Apparently she's a shaman. But or something. I don't fucking know. But
White lady.
he says you drink this ayahuasca and then just throw up, shit. You're just like every orifice of your body, you're just shitting and puking and doing all of that, and then you trip balls.
pass.
I'm more okay with the shitting and throwing up than I am the drinking. That like, if it was like a
Take this laxative and you're gonna trip balls.
yeah, I'd be more okay with that than like.
Once it's
I can't
all out of
do-
you, once it's all out of you, though, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, I bet it feels great. I wonder if it's like better than any laxative.
Can you imagine just being in the jungle, just shitting and throwing up?
Naked.
Yeah,
Just butt
and
ass
then
naked.
just tripping out. You got bugs and everything all around you. You're just like, what the fuck?
That's why I hate the idea of those like retreat places that do it, because it's like
That's weird.
now you're in a room with 10 and I get
Ron
the
White
whole
was talking
idea
about
is
that.
like to, knock down barriers with people, but like shitting and throwing up,
not what I want to do.
even if it's not from an embarrassment standpoint,
Right.
just from like
I don't want to deal with it.
the physiological, like I shouldn't be this close to 10 other people's shit right now.
Yeah, like how bad that room would smell.
Yeah. I'm sure that doesn't flavor
What
your
is it, just
trip
a
at
room
all.
with toilets? Yeah, like get the fuck out of here. Ron White was talking about that where it was like just gross. But then after he did, he was like, it was fucking amazing. But he was like, yeah, I saw this one girl. She did this stuff, and then we're all chilling, having a good time, and she's just fighting demons. Just screaming and crying. Just
I'm saying, why would you want to get caught up in someone else's fucking trip?
Right.
Like, got your own quest to go on.
I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with knowing or hearing other shit and going, all right, focus on me. Focus.
I just
stay."
took acid with my friend Johnny one time, and even that, I feel like I
Got from the comic book store.
No. He called me to see if I wanted to work for a comic book. I was like, I'll think about it. No. But no, even that, I felt like I couldn't get, like, I had like a limiter on how high I could get because I knew I didn't want to, like, he had never taken it before, and I just had the whole time, like, if he does something weird,
If he freaks out,
I don't want to be in a spot that, like, it's ruining my trip now. So I think I never, like, let myself even get to there where I was just like, yeah, I'm high, I'm having, like, a good time or whatever, but, like, I wasn't about to, like, get off the leash. I kind of, like,
yeah, you
had to stay
center
there.
yourself.
Yeah. So imagine if it's strangers and there's 10 of them and they're all shitting and throwing up.
Leave me
You pay
alone,
premium for
Yeah.
that too.
bro. You pay like
Premium.
For those retreat
like
things.
$100,000, like a lot of fucking money.
Oh, if it's $100,000.
It's a
The
lot
one
of-
Ron White went to, maybe.
It's a lot of
But
fucking
yeah.
money. Yeah,
I know they have, I think the Costa Rica ones are like
those ones I hear are like cheaper.
the doable ones, yeah.
Where like we can go do.
I
that.
don't necessarily know if I want to go to the budget-friendly version of that, though. Honestly,
How's your ayahuasca?
I did kind of have
I
the
mean,
thought
it
too. I'm
works.
like, Costa Rica doesn't have like a fucking history of this shit. Like, it's kind of just like not America at that point. In my head, I'm
Right.
still like, yeah, it's like down. I'm like, it's just
we
not
got
America.
jungles and
Yeah,
shit.
it's
We
not-
got a shaman.
You don't have any fucking connection to any of this shit.
I feel like I'd rather there was a Hamilton episode where he went to like Central America or South America, and there was like the mushroom lady. There was like the lady who like was the big like person for. She was like the shaman who just grew a bunch of like mushrooms and
Yeah.
all this shit. I would do like mushrooms with a shaman. I feel like that'd be nice instead of shitting my brains out. I don't know if I would like ayahuasca. I would do DMT before I did ayahuasca. I know it's the same shit, but one lasts longer, obviously, because of the digestion
Well, yeah,
or
like
whatever
the
it is.
tea thing. It's like, all right,
It lasts, like,
going
6
through
hours.
The tea, it's like, all right, like the shaman thing, like that all kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shaman I can get for ayahuasca with the tea, drink, and all that jazz. Everything else, I'm like, I don't know. I'll probably be all right.
Pass, yeah.
Yeah.
You can keep.
If I
all
was
that
at
shit,
the
just give me
place,
it.
like if I was like with a tribe or some shit, and they were like, "Take this thing," it's like, sure.
Yeah, ayahuasca, peyote, shit like that, yes. Shrooms that I can just
I would
take.
even do shrooms though. I think that would be a fun thing. Because
I don't know that I'd want a shaman for shrooms.
really,
Yeah.
you think you're good enough on it?
Maybe if it was a shaman that
professional.
like I
You show the shaman a thing or two. Like, buddy. Nah, you gotta put it in the
Body.
pills
Yeah.
and then take it. You don't taste nothing.
they tell me that that's not what God intended. I'm like, you're probably right.
You're probably right, brother. I'm trying to
you
get.
high.
You ever watch Planet Earth on this shit, man? You ever watch Blue Planet? You know what that is?
Feel how soft this blanket is.
You ever heard of the BBC? Not the cock. It's good stuff, man. David Attenborough.
Sir David Attenborough.
Sir David Attenborough. He's got a big
Stand
cock.
up, Dad, and take a bow.
Stand up and take a bow. Same old dude.
Crazily pointing. Oh, I got my sister with gold member again too.
What's that again?
Like, 'cause there's other people in that movie, so I got to like,
I know what you mean.
I got to muddy the water a
You
little
know
bit
who
though,
that guy is?
because she sees Tom Cruise. She's like, "Is that Mike Meyer?" I'm like, "No." So then later, I'm like, "Do you recognize this girl?" She's like, "Is that Beyonce?" I'm like, "Yeah." So
Yes.
I got to like move it away from like the Austin Dr. Evil fat bastard. So then when Goldmember shows up, I'm like, "This guy look familiar?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Same fucking guy."
Same guy. The GOAT.
We're about to go watch Cat in the Hat right now.
Has she seen that one?
Yes, but she doesn't remember it. I just confirmed with her. She saw it when she was too little. So I'm
It's
like,
a little
ooh,
scary.
Okay, that's great.
I like it.
Dirty
I like
hoe.
it. A little scary.
I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
Alec Baldwin looking fat
Nevins.
as the neighbor.
Yeah. Nevins. Time to die.
Listen up, Condor.
Search and rescue. Search and rescue. Yeah, Condor. Concrete. Convex. Yeah.
That's classic comedy.
That's good
Good shit. It's good shit.
Hour 40 we've been on today, boys.
Hot damn.
This has been crazy.
You gotta go to work.
Mm-hmm. First time in 2 weeks.
Sorry.
It happens.
Shouldn't be too bad.
You had to go back at some point. Me bonk. It's good night.
I haven't seen anything as far as deliveries, so
Is the inventory room fucked up?
Grace has been cleaning it up. Might be a thing or two that's goofy, but not bad.
Big tits. And that's what you get here on the Stone Daves pod. Big tits, big conversation, and hot takes. Tits, ass, vagina. Shown on YouTube. A video of a breastfeeding woman. It's allowed. It's educational. I'm seeing that a lot on TikTok. I'm sorry I was going to end this, but
What?
a woman full blown whipping out a titty and putting it in a baby's mouth.
You're seeing that on TikTok?
That's on TikTok.
Why?
I don't know.
Like just that, not like a video where that's happening in,
No, it's a lady.
and she does that as the video.
Yes.
Here's me breastfeeding.
Yes.
Do you like dislike it? Do you get these often?
No, I get it. I get him, and then I go, why is our videos pulled down when this woman is showing titties on TikTok? It's not TikTok.
TikTok.
It's TikTok.
Nice.
And the time's ticking for you guys to subscribe. TikTok people. We'll be back next week. Chicka chicka.
Yes.